If you use Trello, you know how important all of your cards, lists, and multiple boards are to your business, your organization, or maybe even your personal life. But what happens if something goes wrong? What if someone on your team makes a mistake and deletes a whole bunch of cards? Or what if you make a mistake and can't get something back? Well, in today's video, we're taking a look at how to safely and securely back up all of your Trello data with Rewind backups. Hello everyone, Scott Friesen here at Simpletivity, helping you to get more done and enjoy less stress. And backing up our Trello data is so important because for many of us, Trello is the lifeblood of our business or our organization, or even how we manage our personal life and our daily activities. But what happens if something really bad goes wrong? What are you going to do? How are you going to get it back? Well, there's a few manual ways in which you can back up your data, but I'm going to tell you up front, it's going to leave you not only wanting more, it's probably going to waste a lot of your time. The very first option is for us to manually copy our boards from time to time. If you open up the menu on any of your boards and go to More, we can come down here and copy this board. Now, I could give it a name such as version 2, or maybe the date in which I made this copy. However, I'm going to have to do this for every single one of my boards. And I'm going to have to remember to do this every couple of days, once a week. I've got to come in here or assign someone else on my team to do this manually. The other manual process we have available to us is to export our boards. If I come over here and select Print and Export, I can either export it as a CSV file, which you'll be able to view within your spreadsheet, or a JSON file, which is a lot more technical and a lot more advanced. And you know what? Congratulations if you even know what a JSON file is. In both of these cases, you are going to be able to export this information, but not only are you only going to be able to do it one board at a time, Trello has no import functionality. So even though you can get this information out of Trello, there's really no way for you to revive that information other than manually adding this back in a worst case scenario. So what do I recommend to my clients? I recommend that they use Rewind backups for Trello. Why? Because Rewind has been providing backup solutions for other products such as Shopify and QuickBooks Online for years. So not only can you trust them, this is all that they do is back up resources for business owners and users like you. Let's take a closer look at what Rewind backups looks and feels like when it comes to backing up Trello. So here I am within my Rewind Backups vault, and what we're viewing here is actually all of my cards across all of my backed up boards. So I can go through and look at the individual changes and making sure that certain things have been backed up. The way that Rewind Backups works is that it will automatically back up all of the boards which you select on a nightly basis. You don't have to remember anything at all. Rewind Backups will always back up all of the boards which you select on a 24-hour basis. However, maybe you've made some very significant changes and you want to make sure that they're backed up earlier than perhaps midnight this evening. You will always have this Back Up Now button available to you here, so you can do so at your own choosing. As I go through and look at some of these individual cards, here I can see that this card was updated. If I want to view on the versions, I can see the live version here on the left-hand side and the selected version, or the version which was last backed up. If I come over to this drop down, I can see that there is actually a previous version which did not contain a description. So this can be a quick and easy way for me to find out if I want to revert back or to see what's going on through the updating process. And you'll have a full history whenever you do so here within Rewind Backups. And if you're looking for something specific, you can always use the search field here to search for a certain keyword. So if I type in something like vendor, I'll bring back all of the cards which have either been added or updated right here. It'll also give us a filtering option. So if we want to filter out specific content, label changes, or a date range, we can easily and quickly do so right here within the Rewind Backups dashboard. But perhaps the most powerful feature when it comes to Rewind Backups is the ability to restore our boards. Let's take a look at a quick example. So I've decided to use a split screen view so you can see this happen in real time. On the left-hand side, I have one of my Trello boards, and on the right-hand side, I have Rewind Backups opened up. So let's say within my Trello board here, I'm going to do something like archive everything in this list. Everything in this list is going to go, and maybe I'm going to start moving some other things from this pending list into that new list. And of course, I could make a number of other changes as well. I could delete cards, change labels, due dates, do absolutely anything here. Once I've changed everything, what if I say to myself, oh, you know what? I really would like to go back. I shouldn't have done any of those changes, or maybe someone on my team made a big mistake. All I need to do is come over here to Rewind Backup. So under the Advanced Restore tab, I can come down here and select which of my boards I would like to restore. So in this case, yes, I want to select the example board, and I can now choose the date in which I'd like to go back to. So here I've got a choice of a number of different times. I want to go back to my last backup, which was actually just a few minutes ago, right? Just a few minutes ago before I made those changes. So 11:58 is the most recent backup. I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to select Restore Items. Now, it is going to give me a prompt, which I think is great, letting me know what is going to happen at this point. It's going to try and restore everything back to exactly as it was just a few moments ago. I'm going to say, yes, go ahead and start the restore process. Now, it may take a little while. Actually, no. We're back. Didn't even take a few seconds, no more than maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and we are exactly back to where we were before. We've got the 4 cards that we had in this list, and those 2 cards which I had moved over are now back in this list as well. So that's how easy and how quickly you can restore any Trello board to its original point, depending on how frequently you want to restore your boards. Remember, Rewind Backups will do so every single day, every single night, but you can choose to back up more frequently manually if you like. Now, within the Rewind Backups dashboard, you have the power to select how many of your boards you would like to back up at any given time. Here you can see I currently have 26 boards selected, and I can either easily select an entire Trello workspace, or I can select or deselect individual boards. So in this case, these 2 boards will no longer be backed up. The great thing about this is that you only have to pay for what you actually need. Rewind Backups for Trello is only $1 per board per month. That's right. It doesn't make any difference as to how many users are on those boards. It's $1 per board per month at a minimum of $5 a month. However, I have an extra special offer just for Simpletivity viewers. If you go to rewind.com/Scott-Friesen, you'll receive $50 in cash when you sign up for Rewind Backups. And no, that's not $50 off of your subscription. Rewind will send you $50 in cash for you to spend any way that you like. So if you're looking for a safe, secure, and easy way to back up all of your Trello boards, be sure to click the link in the description down below. Remember, being productive does not need to be difficult. In fact, it's very simple.